10th plus 2 ஒவ்வொரு ஆண்டும் தொடர்ந்து மாநில அளவில் பல சாதனைகளை புரிந்து வரும் நாமக்கல் குறிஞ்சி கல்வி நிறுவனங்களில் CBSE பாடத்திட்டத்தில் சீனியர் செகண்டரி பள்ளியாக தரம் உயர்த்தப்பட்டு IIT நீட் தேர்வுகளுக்கு பல வெற்றியாளர்களை உருவாக்கிய ஆசிரியர்களை முழு நேர ஆசிரியர்களாக பணியமர்த்தப்பட்டு தினம்தோறும் வகுப்புகள் நடைபெறும்.
குறிஞ்சி எஜுகேஷனல் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் காவேட்டிப்பட்டி நாமக்கல். Admission in progress. CBSE KG to 12 contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12 contact 9344567484. For online admission log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
So today in our class we will see about glucose. So glucose is one of the monosaccharide. So last class la nama examples pathundom, some of the examples for monosaccharides, oligosaccharides and polysaccharides. So glucose is one of the monosaccharide. So glucose, the glucose, the source of glucose and preparation of glucose and structure of glucose. So initially glucose is a compound mattum theriyum, and how it is prepared or how it is extracted from the other components, other living system, and what is the structure of glucose. So the glucose molecule structure eppadi present aayirukkum, those are studied in this class. So the first one is glucose. So glucose is present in honey, grapes, mangoes, etc. So the glucose is mostly present in honey. That means sweet fruits la ellame present aayirukkum. So its major portion is present in honey. That means a major source of glucose is honey, and mostly it is present in sweet fruits. Sweet fruits present aayirukkum. So for example grapes, mangoes, etc. So that it is called as a grape sugar. So glucose is also known as grape sugar because it is also present in grapes. And human blood contains 100 milligram per deciliter of glucose. So human blood, so நம்ம bloods la என்ன present ஆயிருக்கு, carbohydrate இருக்கு நேத்தே சொல்லியிருந்தோம் இல்லையா. அப்ப அந்த carbohydrate ல என்ன present ஆயிருக்கு, how many percentage of, how many grams of glucose is present in human blood. So human blood contains 100 milligram per deciliter. 100 milligram per deciliter present ஆயிருக்கும். 100 milligram per deciliter of glucose. So deciliter is equal to 100 milliliter, 100 ml. So 100 milligram per 100 ml of glucose is present in human blood. இப்போ human blood ல 100 ml ல எவ்வளவு glucose present ஆயிருக்கு, 100 milligram present ஆயிருக்கு. That is 1 deciliter is equal to 100 ml. 1 deciliter is equal to 100 ml. So it is also called as a grape sugar and blood sugar. So major blood la present ஆயிருக்கு, major quantity present ஆயிருக்கு, then சொல்றோம் blood sugar, and it is mostly found in sweet fruits such as grapes. So it is also called as a grape sugar. Grape sugar nu கொடுக்கலாம். And it is in the form of combined state. It is present in sucrose, starch, cellulose, etc. So the sucrose is a disaccharide, starch and cellulose is a polysaccharide. So the disaccharide enadhu, so disaccharide means which contains two monosaccharide unit. One of the monosaccharide is glucose. So glucose is combined with fructose in sucrose molecule. Glucose combined with fructose in sucrose. So in combined form it is present in sucrose. So combined form la sucrose la present aayirukku in starch and cellulose, etc. So sucrose is a disaccharide and starch and cellulose are the polysaccharides. So next one, the preparation of glucose. So glucose eppadi prepare pannalam. So glucose is in the combined form in sucrose nu paathirukkom illaya. So the sucrose is hydrolyzed. So sucrose is hydrolyzed in presence of acid. So sucrose is boiled with another sucrose solution, aqueous solution da eduthukom. So with water is boiled with dilute sulfuric acid. So dilute sulfuric acid kaga nama H+ nu kuduthirkom. So H+ ங்கிறது என்னது, it is a proton. The proton donors are acid. அப்ப acid க்கு பதிலா நம்ம என்னன்னு கொடுக்கலாம், H+ னு சிம்பிளா இண்டிகேட் பண்ணலாம். So H2, dilute H2SO4. So the dilute H2SO4 பதிலா நம்ம என்ன நோட்டீஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம் இங்க, H+ அப்படினு. So sucrose is boiled. So boiled symbol. So is boiled with dilute sulfuric acid. It is hydrolyzed to form glucose and fructose. So glucose and fructose. Sucrose is hydrolyzed and boiled with dilute sulfuric acid. We get glucose and fructose. நம்ம classification of carbohydrates la பார்த்திருக்கோம். So the carbohydrates are classified on the basis of the products obtained on the hydrolysis. Hydrolysis பண்ணும்போது எவ்வளோ ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் கிடைக்குது, depending on the number of products it is classified as a monosaccharide, disaccharide, trisaccharides னு சொல்லியிருந்தோம். So sucrose is hydrolyzed to form two monosaccharide units, those are glucose and fructose. So sucrose is a disaccharide. அப்போ 2 monosaccharides கிடைக்கிறனால இது என்னன்னு சொல்லலாம் disaccharide. So when sucrose is hydrolyzed with dilute sulfuric acid, we get glucose and fructose. So glucose is obtained from sucrose. This is one of the important preparation for glucose. The second preparation from starch. So இது தானே கொடுத்திருக்கோம். So combined stateல sucroseலயும் present ஆயிருக்கு even in starch and cellulose. So starch is hydrolyzed. Starch is hydrolyzed by treated with dilute HCl. அப்போ sucrose கூட ட்ரீட் பண்ணும்போது dilute sulfuric acid. இங்க starch கூட ட்ரீட் பண்ணும்போது starch hydrolyze பண்ணும்போது என்னது dilute HCl at high temperature such as 393 Kelvin under pressure 2 to 3 atmosphere. But starch is hydrolyzed with dilute HCl under high temperature such as 393 Kelvin under pressure 2 to 3 atmosphere. We get glucose. We get glucose. So முன்னாடி சொல்லிக்கோம் starch is a polysaccharide. So the polysaccharides are further classified into homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. Homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharide. Homopolysaccharide means the polysaccharide which is made by the simple same type of monosaccharide. அப்போ இந்த polysaccharide hydrolysis பண்ணும்போது we get number of glucose. Glucose molecule மட்டும்தான் repeatedly present ஆயிருக்கு. So glucose is repeatedly present in the starch. So it is a homopolysaccharide, so that we get only one type of monosaccharide units during the hydrolysis of starch. This is the second preparation of glucose. So first preparation of glucose from sucrose and second preparation of glucose from starch. So the sucrose is hydrolyzed with dilute sulfuric acid, we get glucose and fructose, and starch is hydrolyzed with dilute HCl at 393 Kelvin and 2 to 3 atmosphere pressure, we get glucose. So the glucose is an aldohexose. Glucose is an aldohexose because its functional group is an aldehyde. Its functional group is an aldehyde with 6 carbon atom. நேற்று நம்ம the classification of some of the different types of monosaccharides நம்ம பார்த்திருந்தோம். So depending the monosaccharides are further classified in terms of number of carbon and the functional group. Number of carbon and the functional group present in the carbohydrate. So in glucose the functional group is aldehyde. So it is an aldo. And the number of carbon is 6. So hex. So aldohexose. And it is also a dextrorotatory or dextrose. Dextrorotatory or dextrose. So dextrorotatory என்னன்னு பார்த்திருந்தோம்? The compound which rotates a plane polarized light in clockwise direction. So clockwise direction la rotate panna, it is known as dextrorotatory or simply known as dextrose. Dextrorotatory or dextrose. So glucose is an aldohexose because which contains the aldehyde with 6 carbon. So it is an aldohexose, and it is a dextrorotatory because it rotates a plane polarized light in clockwise direction. So it is a dextrorotatory or dextrose. Then the structure of glucose. Structure of glucose, very important topic, the structure of glucose and structure of fructose. So the structure of glucose learn panna, we detailedly studied the structure of fructose. Easy ah irukum. We compare those two, structure of glucose and fructose. The first one is elemental analysis and molecular weight determination show that the molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6. ஸோ இப்போ குளுக்கோஸுங்கிற காம்பவுண்டில் என்னென்ன எலமெண்ட் ப்ரெசென்ட் ஆயிருக்கு நமக்கு தெரியாது. நம்ம இந்த 11th ப்ராக்டிக்கலில் பார்த்துருப்போம். ஸோ எலமெண்டல் அனாலிசிஸ், குவாலிட்டேட்டிவ் அனாலிசிஸ் பார்ப்போம். இன் குவாலிட்டேட்டிவ் அனாலிசிஸ் வாட் ஆர் த எலமெண்ட்ஸ் ஆர் ப்ரெசென்ட். ஸோ கால்சியம் ப்ரெசென்ட் ஆயிருக்கா, புரோமின் இருக்கா, சில்வர் இருக்கான்னு பார்ப்போம் இல்லையா. இந்த சேம் வே எலமெண்டல் அனாலிசிஸ். ஸோ எலமெண்டல் அனாலிசிஸ் மீன்ஸ் குவாலிட்டேட்டிவ் அனாலிசிஸ் இஸ் யூஸ்டு டு determine or find the elements present in glucose. என்னென்ன எலமெண்ட் அதில் ப்ரெசென்ட் ஆயிருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறத ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணலாம். And molecular weight determination. So empirical formula calculation 11th பார்த்திருப்போம். empirical formula calculation, molecular formula calculation. So molecular weight determination show that the number of elements, so எவ்வளோ ரேஷியோவில் ப்ரெசென்ட் ஆயிருக்கும் அப்படின்னு ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணலாம். So elemental analysis is used to find the elements present in glucose, and molecular weight determination shows that the ratio of the elements present in glucose. So அந்த என்ன element present ஆயிருக்கு, அது என்ன ரேஷியோவில் present ஆயிருக்குது ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ண முடியும். So elemental analysis and elemental analysis show that carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are present in glucose. அப்போ அந்த element analysis என்ன ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணலாம். So the glucose which contains the elements are carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. And molecular weight determination shows that the carbon, hydrogen and oxygen is in the ratio of 1:2. Okay, C1H2O1. அப்போ 1:2:1 ratio present ஆயிருக்கு. So that its molecular formula is C6H12O6. The second one is, so for structure of glucose, how many carbon, hydrogen and oxygens are present? That's the first point. In the second one, glucose undergoes the reduction by hydriodic acid in presence of red phosphorus. So this is the reducing agent. So glucose is reduced with the hydriodic acid in presence of red phosphorus at 373 Kelvin. We get two types of products. One is N-hexane, the other one is 2-iodohexane. N-hexane and 2-iodohexane. So N-hexane is the major product. So N is the normal chain. So hex means 6 carbon. There is no more, other than the carbon or hydrogen, there is no other elements are present. So the 6 carbons attached linearly in N-hexane, it is the major product. And the another one is 2-iodohexane. It is a minor product. At the second carbon, iodine is present. At the second carbon, iodine is present. So 2-iodohexane as the minor product. So the major product is N-hexane. It indicates the 6 carbon atoms present linearly in glucose. So glucose is reduced by hydriodic acid and red phosphorus. At 373 Kelvin, we get the two types of products such as N-hexane and 2-iodohexane. Among those two products, N-hexane is the major product. N-hexane is the major product. That means the 6 carbon atoms are attached linearly. So first point, glucose molecular formula which consists 6 carbon atoms. The 6 carbon atom may be present linearly or it may be in the branched chain. Maybe in the branched chain. Present. We confirm the arrangement of 6 carbon in the second one by the reduction. So the major product N-hexane, which contains the 6 carbon atom linearly, it indicates the 6 carbon atom in glucose present linearly. அப்போ குளுக்கோஸில் இருக்க 6 கார்பனும் கண்டிப்பாக இப்படி தான் ப்ரெசென்ட் ஆயிருக்கும், லீனியராக தான் ப்ரெசென்ட் ஆயிருக்கும். இந்த மீன்ஸ் ஸ்ட்ரைட் செயின் அரேஞ்ச்மெண்ட்டில் தான் ப்ரெசென்ட் ஆயிருக்கும். தென் செகண்ட் ஒன், ஸோ இப்போ கார்பன் எப்படி அரேஞ்ச் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னு சொல்லியாச்சு. அண்ட் வாட் அபவுட் த ஹைட்ரஜன் அண்ட் ஆக்சிஜன் அண்ட் வாட் இஸ் த ஃபங்க்ஷனல் குரூப் இஸ் ப்ரெசென்ட். ஸோ கார்போஹைட்ரேட்ஸ் ஆர் பாலிஹைட்ராக்சி ஆல்டிஹைட் ஆர் பாலிஹைட்ராக்சி கீட்டோன்ஸ்னு பார்த்துருக்கோம் இல்லையா. ஸோ இட் மே பி கண்டைன் த ஆல்டிஹைட் ஆர் கீட்டோன் ஆஸ் அ ஃபங்க்ஷனல் குரூப். ஸோ த தேர்ட் பாயிண்ட், we find the functional group present in glucose. So glucose is treated with hydroxylamine, NH2OH, hydroxylamine. We get glucose oxime. So in the reactions, addition reactions of carbonyl compounds. Carbonyl compounds addition reaction of carbonyl compounds. So the CHO, if it contains CHO group, நமக்கு இது வரைக்கும் நம்ம என்ன functional group இருக்குன்னு தெரியாது, but the reaction analyze பண்றதுக்காக பார்த்திருக்கோம். So when it is reacts with hydroxylamine, we get the glucose oxime. Glucose oxime. But glucose oxime product form ஆகுதுனா, it must contain the carbonyl group. Carbonyl group, C double bond O group is must present in glucose. So இந்த addition reaction நம்ம பாருங்க இங்க எப்படி இருக்கும், C double bond O group present ஆயிருக்கு. It may be aldehyde or ketone. நான் இந்த particular group மட்டும் எடுத்து எழுதிருக்கேமா, C double bond O, CHO group இருக்கதா கொடுத்திருக்கோம், C double bond O. It reacts with the hydroxylamine, NH2OH. NH2 இருக்க hydrogen split பண்ணி காமிச்சாச்சு. The carbonyl group is polarized as C plus and O minus. The H plus from NH2 group is added to the O minus. அப்போ என்ன ஆகும், OH change ஆகும், C single bond OH, and then the remaining NHOH is added to the carbon. So the next one, first step addition, then elimination. So இங்கே OH group என்னது, OH minus along with the bonding pair, and hydrogen is removed as a H plus without bonding pair. Then the bond is changed as a double bond. அப்போ CH double bond NOH. அப்போ CH double bond NOH. So glucose reacts with hydroxylamine, we get oxime. So functional group மட்டும்தான் reactionல participate பண்ணுது. So glucose with oxime, it forms, glucose reacts with hydroxylamine, it forms oxime, means the glucose which contains carbonyl group. கண்டிப்பா என்ன group present ஆயிருக்கு, carbonyl group present ஆயிருக்கு. The second one, glucose reacts with hydrogen cyanide. Glucose reacts with hydrogen cyanide. Hydrogen cyanide கூட react பண்ணும்போது it gives glucose cyanohydrine. Glucose cyanohydrine. The same carbon, a single carbon which contains both hydroxyl group and cyano group, it is termed as cyanohydrine. ஸோ ஒரே கார்பனில் ஹைட்ராக்சில் குரூப்பும் சயனோ குரூப்பும் ப்ரெசென்ட் ஆயிருந்தா என்னென்னு டேர்ம் பண்ணலாம், சயனோஹைட்ரின். சயனோஹைட்ரின். ஸோ இட் இஸ் ஃபார்ம்டு ஃப்ரம் குளுக்கோஸ். ஸோ இட்ஸ் நோன் ஆஸ் glucose cyanohydrin. Glucose cyanohydrin. This type of reaction is also discussed in carbonyl compounds. So in example the equation கொடுத்து பார்ப்பா, C double bond O group, carbonyl group of glucose reacts with HCN. HCN is ionized as H plus and Cn minus. That H plus is added to them O minus. O கூட bond O கூட add ஆகுது, அப்போ OH change ஆயிரும். Then Cn minus is added to the Cn carbon. So அப்போ என்ன ப்ராடக்ட் கிடைக்குது, OH Cn attached to the same carbon. OH Cn attached to the same carbon. So we get cyanohydrin. Cyanohydrin is formed as a product. So glucose reacts with the hydroxylamine and reacts with the hydrogen cyanide. We get oxime and cyanohydrin. It indicates the presence of carbonyl group. It indicates the presence of carbonyl group. Carbonyl group present ஆயிருக்கு. So the carbonyl group, it may be the aldehyde or ketone. நம்ம carbonyl compounds lessonல பார்த்திருக்கோம். The carbonyl compounds lesson we discussed the aldehyde and ketone because both are having carbonyl group. C double bond O group present ஆயிருக்கு. C double bond O group is present in both aldehyde and ketone. So in the third step, that means when the glucose reacts with the hydroxylamine and hydrogen cyanide, we get oxime and cyanohydrin. Oxime and cyanohydrin. It indicates the presence of carbonyl group. It may be aldehyde or ketone. So aldehyde or ketone group present ஆயிருக்கலாம். So among the aldehyde and ketone, any one is a functional group for glucose. இப்போ 2 functional groupல ரெண்டுல எதுவாக வேணாலும் இருக்கலாம், பட் இந்த ரெண்டுமே இருக்க முடியாது. ஏதாவது ஒரு functional group தானே present ஆயிருக்க முடியும். So glucose it may be a polyhydroxy aldehyde or polyhydroxy ketone. ஒன்று aldehyde functional group present ஆயிருக்கலாம் or ketone may be a functional group. So next we confirm the functional group present in glucose. எது present ஆயிருக்குன்னு find out பண்ணணும். So glucose is treated with oxidizing agent such as mild oxidizing agent. Such as mild oxidizing agent. So the mild oxidizing agent, it may be a bromine water or Fenton's reagent. இது எல்லாமே என்னது milder oxidizing agent. So the oxidizing agent ஓடது என்னது primary alcohol. It may be there is a presence of primary alcohol. It may be oxidized to an aldehyde or aldehyde is oxidized to an acid. So glucose is oxidized by the mild oxidizing agent such as bromine water. So Br2 bar H2O, bromine water. It oxidizes only aldehyde to an acid. இது ஒன் ஸ்டெப் ஆக்சிடேஷன் மட்டும்தான் நடக்கும். ஸோ ஒன்று ஆல்கோஹால்லேருந்து ஆல்டிகைடாக சேஞ்ச் ஆகலாம், ஆர் ஆல்டிகைட்லேருந்து ஆசிடாக சேஞ்ச் ஆகலாம். So here the aldehyde is readily oxidized than alcohol. So aldehyde in glucose is oxidized by bromine water. It gets converted to an acid group. But CHO is oxidized to an COOH. நம்ம carbonyl compoundsல பார்த்திருக்கோம் oxidation natureல. The aldehyde is readily oxidized than ketone. So ketone is not easily oxidized. So ketone milder oxidizing agentனால என்ன பண்ண முடியாது, oxidize பண்ண முடியாது. So aldehydes are easily oxidized by the milder oxidizing agent, but ketones are oxidized by the strong oxidizing agent. So ketone strong oxidizing agent நால மட்டும்தான் oxidize ஆகும். So aldehyde is readily oxidized by the bromine water. We get gluconic acid. But glucose oxidized to form gluconic acid indicates the presence of aldehyde group. So the aldehyde is present always at the end portion. So terminal portion தான் present ஆயிருக்கும். So it indicates the presence of aldehyde group at one end. ஒரு endல present ஆயிருக்கு. So aldehyde இருக்கனால தான் oxidize ஆயிருக்கு. But ketone is not oxidized by the milder oxidizing agent. So here the glucose is oxidized by the milder oxidizing agent bromine water. We get gluconic acid. அப்போ milder oxidizing agentனாலே நமக்கு oxidize ஆகி gluconic acid form பண்ணதுனால it must contains an aldehyde group because the ketone is not oxidized by the milder oxidizing agent bromine water. Milder oxidizing agent நால oxidize ஆகாது. But here the glucose is oxidized by the milder oxidizing agent bromine water. We get gluconic acid. It indicates the presence of aldehyde group. So aldehyde group is always at the terminal group of the chain. So it always at the end. ஒரு endல present ஆயிருக்கு. So and strong oxidizing agent. So ரெண்டு reaction ஒரே இதில் கொடுத்துருக்கோம். So glucose is taken in the center portion on the right hand side by using milder oxidation, on the left hand side strong oxidation. So concentrated nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. Concentrated nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. It has a tendency to oxidizes the aldehyde to an acid and even the primary alcohol to acid. So primary alcohol oxidize panna aldehyde agum, aldehyde oxidize panna acid agum. So direct conversion is taken, direct oxidation to an acid by the strong oxidizing agent. So glucose is oxidized by strong oxidizing agent concentrated nitric acid. It gives glucoric acid or saccharic acid. Glucoric acid or saccharic acid. It indicates, this is the formula for glucoric acid and saccharic acid. The saccharic acid which consists both the terminal portion as COH group. அப்போ ரெண்டு சைடுலையும் என்ன இருக்கு? COH group present ஆயிருக்கு. It indicates one primary alcoholic group. So bromine water கூட treat பண்ணும்போது ஒரு aldehyde group இருக்குன்னு confirm பண்ணியாச்சு. By treated with a strong oxidizing agent nitric acid, the other end is also oxidized to an acid. So it indicates the presence of a primary alcohol group at other end. Primary alcohol group at other end. Primary alcohol group present ஆயிருக்கு. So first இதுக்கு முன்னாடி equationல என்ன முன்னாடி ஸ்டெப்ஸ்ல என்ன பார்த்திருந்தோம்? Glucose reacts with hydroxylamine and hydrogen cyanide. We get oxime and cyanohydrine. It indicates the presence of carbonyl group. It may be aldehyde or ketone. So among those two functional group, any one is present in glucose. And what is the functional group? That is predicted by treated with a milder oxidizing agent and strong oxidizing agent. By treating with a milder oxidizing agent such as bromine water, we get gluconic acid. It indicates the presence of aldehyde group at one end because the aldehyde only oxidized by the milder oxidizing agent. Ketone is not oxidized by the milder oxidizing agent. On the second hand, it is oxidized by strong oxidizing agents such as nitric acid, concentrated nitric acid. It gives glucoric acid. The glucoric acid which contains 2 carboxylic acid group at the end of the chain. It indicates the presence of a primary alcohol group at other end. Appo one end is occupied by aldehyde, the other end is occupied by primary alcohol group. அப்போ 6 carbon present ஆயிருக்கு, லீனியராக இருக்குது. அண்ட் த செகண்ட் ஒன் கார்பனைல் குரூப், இட் மே பி ஆல்டிஹைட் ஆர் கீட்டோன். அதில் ஆல்டிஹைட் குரூப் தான் present ஆயிருக்குன்னு கன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணியாச்சு. த அதர் எண்ட் இஸ் ஆக்குபைடு பை எ primary alcohol group. Primary alcohol group. So glucose is oxidized to gluconic acid. Glucose is oxidized to, இப்போ இந்த aldehyde group தான் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லியாச்சு. It is confirmed. So glucose is oxidized to gluconic acid with ammoniacal silver nitrate solution. இப்போ இதோட previous pointல என்ன பார்த்திருந்தோம்? The glucose which contain the functional group is an aldehyde. So இப்போ aldehyde group தான் present ஆயிருக்குன்னு confirm பண்ணும். So it is confirmed by treated with Tollens reagent. So Tollens reagent is a ammoniacal silver nitrate solution and treated with Fehling solution. So Fehling solution is an alkaline copper sulfate solution. So Fehling solution is copper sulfate and sodium potassium tartrate mixture is known as a Fehling solution. So the sodium potassium tartrate is an alkaline solution. Another simple alkaline copper sulfate. So glucose is oxidized to gluconic acid with ammoniacal silver nitrate solution and alkaline copper sulfate solution. Those two are reducing agent. So reducing agent, stronger reducing agent but milder oxidizing agent. But reducing tendency maximum irukuna, adu oxidizing property eppadi irukum, minimum irukum illaya. So it behaves as a milder oxidizing agent. Milder oxidizing agent. So it is oxidized to gluconic acid with the Tollens reagent and Fehling solution. So Tollens reagent is the ammoniacal silver nitrate solution and Fehling solution is the alkaline copper sulfate solution. Fehling solution is the alkaline copper sulfate solution. So glucose is oxidized by Tollens reagent. We get gluconic acid. So when it is reduced by the Tollens reagent, it gives silver mirror. So it is reduced to silver mirror. So Tollens reagent enna present ஆயிருக்கு, which consists silver ion. The Tollens reagent which consists silver ion, it is reduced to silver metal. Silver metal reduce ஆகுது. So the glucose is also reduced by Fehling solution. So the Fehling solution which consists alkaline copper sulfate solution. So the alkaline copper sulfate solution கூட react பண்ணும்போது we get blue cuprous oxide. Blue cuprous oxide form பண்ணும். So the blue cupric oxide form பண்ணுது. It oxidized to gluconic acid and we get red precipitate. We get red precipitate. Red colored cuprous oxide is obtained. Red color cuprous oxide is obtained. It confirms the presence of aldehyde. So your previous step, that means glucose reacts with bromine water. We identify the presence of aldehyde group. Aldehyde group இருக்குன்னு identify பண்ணியிருக்கோம். It is confirmed by treated with the tolerance reagent and Fehling solution. So glucose reacts with the tolerance reagent. It is reduced to metallic silver and it reduced and treated with Fehling solution. It reduced to red color cuprous oxide. Red color cuprous oxide. It confirmed the presence of aldehyde group. நம்ம carbonyl compounds லெசன்லயே பார்த்திருக்கோம். Glucose reduces tolerance reagent and Fehling aldehyde reduces tolerance reagent and Fehling solution னு பார்த்திருக்கோம். ஸோ அப்போ இங்கே aldehyde group இருக்கிறதுனால தான் இது tolerance reagentையும் Fehling solutionையும் reduce பண்ணுது. The next one, so hydroxyl group இருக்கு. How many? Glucose is a polyhydroxyaldehyde. Polyhydroxy means number of hydroxyl groups are present. So how many hydroxyl groups are present in glucose is identified by treating with acetic anhydride. So glucose reacts with acetic anhydride in presence of pyridine. In presence of pyridine, we get glucose pentaacetate. Glucose pentaacetate. So நம்ம இது carboxylic acid லெசன்லயும் பார்த்திருப்போம். Ester formation. Carboxylic acid பார்த்திருக்கோம் ester formation and hydroxyl லெசன்லயும் பார்த்திருப்போம். So alcohol. So polyhydroxyl என்னது hydroxyl group. Hydroxyl group present ஆயிருந்தது alcohol னு கொடுப்போம் இல்லையா. So alcohol reacts with acetic anhydride. We get ester. So last lessonல carboxylic acid lessonல பார்த்திருப்போம். Alcohol reacts with acetic anhydride. We get ester. So அங்க single alcohol, monohydric alcohol கொடுத்திருக்கோம். But it is a polyhydric alcohol. That means more than one hydroxyl groups are present. So depending on the number of hydroxyl group, number of ester group is formed in the product side. இப்போ எவ்வளோ hydroxyl group present ஆயிருக்கோ அதுக்கு equal number of ester group is formed on the product side. So glucose reacts with the acetic anhydride. In presence of pyridine, we get glucose pentaacetate. So penta means 5 acetate group. 5 ester group is formed. அப்போ 5 hydroxyl group present ஆயிருந்தா தான் 5 ester form ஆகும். So monohydric alcohol reacts with the acetic anhydride, it gives ester. So ஒரே single ester group மட்டும் form பண்ணும். But இங்க என்னது 5 hydroxyl group is present. That means 4 secondary alcoholic group, 1 primary alcoholic group. So 5 hydroxyl group present in glucose. It reacts with the acetic anhydride. We get ester. So 5 ester group form ஆகுது. So glucose pentaacetate. So pent means 5. So 5 acetate group is formed by the glucose when it is reacts with acetic anhydride. It indicates the presence of 5 hydroxyl group. So இது எதை indicate பண்ணுது 5 hydroxyl group is present in glucose. Among the 5 hydroxyl group, 4 are secondary alcoholic group. So இந்த secondary primary எப்படி identify பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு நம்ம hydroxyl லெசன்ல படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. So the functional group OH attached to the carbon having only one hydrogen, it is a secondary alcoholic group. அப்போ இங்கே OH group, 4 OH group is attached to the carbon having only one hydrogen. So it is a 4 secondary alcoholic groups are present and only one primary alcoholic groups are present. CH2 group, 2 hydrogen present. So one primary alcoholic group. So totally 5 hydroxyl group is present in glucose. The next point, so in the 5 hydroxyl group oda arrangement eppadi irukku, it may be attached to the single carbon or maybe in the different carbon eppadi venalum present aayirkalam. So it is find out by the dehydration process. So glucose is a stable component, does not undergoes dehydration easily. So easy enna pannadhu dehydrate agadu, it does not easily lose its water molecule. So dehydration enadhu readily remove the water molecule, readily loses the water molecule. So glucose is a stable compound and does not undergo dehydration easily. Easy enna pannadhu water lose pannadhu. It indicates that not more than one hydroxyl group is bonded to a single carbon. நம்ம hydroxyl லெசன்லயே பார்த்திருப்போம். monohydric alcohol, dihydric alcohol, 2 types பார்த்திருப்போம். gem diol அப்படின்னு ஒரு டாபிக் பார்த்திருப்போம். So gem diol means the 2 hydroxyl groups attached to the same carbon is known as gem diols. Those are unstable. It is immediately decomposed to form the aldehyde. Aldehyde form பண்ணனும் பார்த்திருப்போம். But it is a stable compound. So gem diols are unstable compound. Gem diol means the 2 hydroxyl groups attached to the same carbon. ஒரே கார்பன்ல 2 hydroxyl group attach ஆயிருந்தா என்ன சொல்லலாம்? Gem diols. It is an unstable compound. But glucose is a stable compound because it's not easily undergoes a dehydration. So it is a stable compound, so that it indicates that not more than one hydroxyl group is bonded to a single carbon. That means each carbon having only one hydroxyl group. So among those conclusion, we get the structure for glucose. அப்போ இந்த conclusionல நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம்? We find the structure of glucose. The first point is elemental analysis and molecular weight determination shows that the molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6. அது 6 carbon present ஆயிருக்கணும். And from the second point, இங்கே 6 carbon இருக்கா, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So second point என்ன பார்த்துருக்கோம், reduction with the hydriodic acid, it gives N-hexane is a major product. It indicates 6 carbons attached linearly. அப்போ இந்த 6 carbon எப்படி இருக்கு, linear straight-ஆ தான் attach ஆயிருக்கு. The third one, with the hydroxyl amine and hydrogen cyanide, it may be the aldehyde or ketone group னு identify பண்ணுறோம். So with the bromine water and nitric acid, we identified it is a aldehyde is a functional group. So aldehyde ஒரு portionல present ஆயிருக்கு. And the primary alcohol group is at the another end. Primary alcohol group is at another end. So the remaining 4 hydroxyl groups are present in the middle chain. கண்டிப்பா middle தான் present ஆயிருக்கணும். So in between the hydroxyl groups are in the middle portion, means those must be a secondary alcoholic group. அப்ப கண்டிப்பா என்னவா இருக்கணும், secondary alcoholic group தான் இருக்கணும். CHOH, 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 CHOH. So the star sign indicates it is a chiral carbon. இதில் இருக்க ஸ்டார் சைன் எதை இண்டிகேட் பண்ணுது, கைரல் கார்பனை இண்டிகேட் பண்ணுது. ஸோ கைரல் கார்பன் மீன்ஸ் asymmetric carbon. Chiral carbon means asymmetric carbon. That means 4 different groups are attached to that carbon. அப்போ இங்கே 4 groups are different groups attach ஆயிருக்கு. So glucose which contains 4 chiral carbon. 4 chiral carbon. So the IUPAC name of the glucose is 2,3,4,5,6 pentahydroxyhexanal. So the first carbon and the functional group consider CHO first carbon, the second carbon ஒரு hydroxyl, third ஒரு hydroxyl, 4 hydroxyl, 5 ஒரு hydroxyl, 6 ஒரு hydroxyl. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 penta, 5 hydroxyl இருக்கிறனால pentahydroxyl. Totally 6 carbon இருக்கிறனால hexane. Aldehyde is a functional, so hexanal. This is the IUPAC name for glucose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pentahydroxyhexanal. This is the structure of glucose, very important topic.